Hey everybody, welcome back. Review a Day, episode number 189. I'm Leland and thank you guys for joining me. I'm not wasting any of your time today. The review I'm doing is an education, and this is the new movie from director Lone Scherfig, I believe her name is. A director I was unfamiliar with. She's a female director. I believe she did a Dogma 95 film that is actually a comedy, which sounds very interesting. I can't remember the name right now. It's based on a memoir by a woman named Lynn Barber, and the screenplay adaptation of it is by Nick Hornby, the guy that's behind About a Boy, High Fidelity, the original Fevered Pitch, a great writer that I really have a lot of respect for, and was very excited because his name was attached to this movie. Not only is his name attached, but we've got some great actors. We've got Alfred Molina, Olivia Williams, Peter Sarsgaard, Dominic Cooper, Rosamund Pike, Emma Thompson has a small role in this film, as does Sally Hawkins from Happy Go Lucky, one of my favorite films of last year. I gave Happy Go Lucky a 4 out of 5 when I reviewed it. It's back there somewhere in the back episodes, but I gave it a 4 out of 5, and it's one of the few films I really wish I could go back and give a 5 out of 5 to. She's absolutely terrific in that movie. Has a very small role in this movie. In Education, though, this movie is about a young girl from a middle-class British family. She's a cello player, and she really has the world at her feet. She's smart, she's educated, she's gonna go on to probably Oxford or Cambridge, I believe. And she ends up meeting this older gentleman who's about 30, played by Peter Sarsgaard. He kind of takes her under a wing and they start dating, and she's introduced to this whole new world that she had no idea was out there. And little by little, she starts kind of giving away her education. She starts focusing on different things. Her father wants her to do one thing. Her teachers want her to do another. This guy, Peter Sarsgaard, he wants her to do something different, and she's torn in the middle of it. A young girl learning about life and love. I have to say that I really quite enjoyed this movie a lot. And guys, I'm just gonna warn you right now, if you see this movie, you will instantly fall in love with Carey Mulligan, because she is, like, I'm drooling just thinking about her. She is really, truly terrific in this film. Everyone keeps comparing her to Audrey Hepburn, and if you see this movie, you will get why. She is completely charismatic, and you fall in love with her the second she walks on the screen. There's an instant in this film when she walks in and she's wearing a black dress and her hair is up. And I mean, she looks exactly like Audrey Hepburn. I think that's probably where most of the comparisons come from. But Carey Mulligan she's just terrific in this film. I'm kind of surprised that she's getting all this praise for her role, because the whole movie is just kind of nice. It's a really nice, pleasant film. And I think that's one thing that I definitely liked about it. But Carey Mulligan really encompasses all of that. I think she has far more sex appeal, and she's so much more attractive than all the cleavage that people like Megan Fox and Angelina Jolie and these actresses I just don't give a single shit about. Carey Mulligan, I think, she's bringing the thunder. The performances across the board are really very great. Alfred Molina is someone I always love to see in anything. The Dominic Cooper, I think, plays Peter Sarsgaard's friend, and Rosamund Pike, who play his buddies, are great in this film. Rosamund Pike plays a really dumb character that easily could have turned into a blonde caricature, but she plays it really very straight, and I really just dug the entire vibe of this movie. It's set in smoky jazz clubs. There's lots of swing music that I completely fell in love with the aesthetic of this film. It's set in the 60s. Mad Men has really kind of started to infect every single thing in our lives. My problem with An Education is that I think for 95% of this movie, it's very unconventional and really interesting. I really loved seeing these different female characters and Carey Mulligan's life in the film, try to put her right on the back path. And I will say, I really applaud the film for not making Peter Sarsgaard the creepy older man. They really play it like nothing's wrong. And I think it's a really bold choice, because we in the audience, we know what Peter Sarsgaard is up to. You know, the dirty 21-year-old men in the audience, we know what Peter Sarsgaard wants from this girl, and you know that nothing good can really come from it. But I think once everything kind of unravels the way you know it's going to from the very beginning, the movie completely fast forwards and then it's over. And I feel like that's where I think some of the most interesting, meaty parts of the story are, because I think it really goes for a really conventional, tidy bow ending. It really feels like someone fast forwarded, like at the end. They're just like, no, we're done. And while it's one of the few times I feel like maybe this movie could have been a little bit longer, which is something I never say that. I always think movies are probably 10 minutes too long. I really liked An Education. Carey Mulligan is probably the reason to see this movie. There's some really interesting scenes between her and Peter Sarsgaard. I really, really loved it. I think that last 5% of this movie just left me with a bad taste in my mouth. I give An Education a 4 out of 5. It was so close to being something really, really great. I think it kind of pusses out and drops the ball. 4 out of 5. If you guys like this review, make sure to head over to nitpickit.com, and I'll see you guys next time.